You are now tapped into the buzz on Harden Street. Join us in English 427 podcasting for Allen University, where we discuss politics, pop culture, events on campus. You name it, we yapping about it right here on the buzz on Harden Street. Oh yeah, don't get stung, get sprung. We live in the hive. Hey, you know.
What's up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. It's Shay on the beat, back in the building, back to hosting, y'all. Sorry I've been gone for a little minute. I was handling some business. I was handling a very serious matter, if you will. But glad to be back in the host chair. We got some lovely cast members here today. Y'all see some familiar faces, maybe not so familiar face today. We have a special guest, Dr. Homer, who's here to join us.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. So today we're going to be talking about a couple of things that we were, discussing on Tuesday. And we were talking about Greek life here on campus. It came up as a topic. Also talking about feminism and also that crazy trip to space that just recently happened with like Katy Perry and all them people. And yeah. So let's introduce ourselves.
Starting this way.
Yeah.
All right. It's your boy Jay coming to slay. You already know the vibes.
JT, and I'm back in, giving my back in. It's nothing less, nothing more. Let's do it.
It's Tim on the pod, and we always lit as usual. So let's get it.
Hey y'all, it's Mac.
And Dr. Homer.
Period. And y'all know who it is over here. I don't have to reintroduce myself. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about the vibe on the yard right now with Greek life. What's the vibes, y'all?
The vibes are like really great right now. I say Greek like is booming, if you ask me. Boom.
Nah. It is not. I don't think it's like it used to be. Greek life used to be more active. We're just now getting more active because we got Neos and stuff coming out now. And I'm going to just keep it a buck with everybody.
Well, as a neo, I think I think that Greek life for me is very new. I'm kind of still learning like the different levels to everything. Like I kind of get it already, but I'm just now seeing how things change a little bit. People are weird and nosy.
Yeah. Oh.
People are weird and nosy. That's my biggest takeaway from like the past couple of days. Like
Definitely.
And the questions about my line sisters are kind of annoying. I don't know what that is, but like where your line sister at? Boo, I don't know. She probably home sleep with her man. Like, I don't know. Like,
Man, as a Neo, you ain't got no man. You ain't got no woman. You gotta be out here. Come on, you out here with us now. Sis, somebody is not qualified to speak on Greek life. Let's welcome Shay again to Greek life.
Woo!
You're not qualified. Just a question for the host. How does it feel though? You said it's kind of weird. People nosy.
I think that it's exciting. It's definitely a very exciting new chapter that I'm about to start. I don't know. I still haven't fully processed that I'm an AKA. Like even saying that kind of feels weird. I probably will get more acclimated to it like after a month. But I still feel like the same Shay, I feel like I haven't really changed personality wise. I don't know if y'all feel the same way. But I definitely do think that some of the things that I do see now are definitely altered, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know, you know. Just certain things.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
But I'm very excited and I'm ready to get down to some business.
Shout out to the upcoming Deltas, and I think
Yes.
their presentation show is this week, right?
It's Saturday.
On the
Saturday.
19th. Yeah.
Yes.
Deltas are having
Yes, Freedom
a
Girls.
probate
Freedom Girls.
since
God
I don't know
knows
when.
No, for real.
I don't know when.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
don't know when.
we finally get to see the Reds come out, and
What about the Zetas though?
Yeah, I'm
they're
excited
coming out
about
real
that.
soon,
I need them.
really soon, very
Yeah.
sooner than you think. Shout out to them too,
Okay.
like
Hey,
sooner than you think.
we waiting on the finer and the fierce women to come on out. man.
Yes.
We waiting on
Yes,
y'all.
Freedom Deltas, y'all. Freedom Deltas for real.
Mhm.
Free my girls. Well, let's move on then and start talking a little bit about something other than campus life. If y'all don't mind.
Tad.
Or actually, no. Let's stay on that topic for a second.
Yeah.
What do you guys think that a lot of people misunderstand about Black Greek life?
Well, some stuff that I've been hearing. A lot of people think Greeks like serve these Greek gods and all this other mess. Which, like I said, you have some chapters that may do that. Then you got most of our chapters that are, I'm not gonna say Christian based, but we don't serve no Greek gods, nothing like that. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of talk I've been hearing.
Yeah. My response was similar. A lot of people think we're like a cult, and it's nothing like
hate
that. It's nothing like that. We serve the people. Okay. I serve God too because I don't know about anybody else frat, but it's very Christian based over here. So I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, the cult thing really throws me off. Because if you know what these organizations are based on, historically speaking, then you know it's not that. Most of these organizations are service-based, scholarship-based, and mostly service-based. Like mostly, helping the community, advocating for social justice, advocating for our environment. I know those are like some of AKA's initiatives. So we do a lot of stuff internationally to help a lot of people that you don't really see behind the scenes. It's more than just like wearing colors and, parading around letters. It's deeper than that, and it's bigger than all of us. So I guess that's what I'd want people to understand from an outside perspective.
I mean, we have people on the podcast who aren't in Greek life. So, like, what do y'all think about it? Like, what are y'all takeaways? Are y'all interested, or what y'all think?
Michaela?
I never really knew anything about Greek life, so it don't really interest me that much.
It's all right.
Man, I don't even know what to say. Just get me, bruh. Just get me.
Okay.
Well, I think it's interesting, like differences between the Greek life on like an HBCU versus a PWI, because I've come from predominantly PWIs in the past. And their Greek life is literally just about like partying. They have like a really bad reputation in PWIs because it's a lot of like problems with hazing. They'll get like suspended, like the college will suspend that particular fraternity or sorority for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to students in the past about like why they join, and they always talk about like it's in terms of like making friends. Like that's the number one reason I've gotten in terms of like reasons to join like a fraternity or sorority. But then it's like, well, you can't make like you can make friends anywhere. Like you don't need that. So I guess I'm wondering like, what do you think the advantages for you like individually, or what do you get out of joining Greek life?
All right.
And maybe like I guess differences between Greek life between PWIs and HBCUs.
Yeah. It's a lot of job opportunities when it comes to Greek life too. Especially I know for my frat, it's a lot of job opportunities because we're more business based, on like heavy on business, like. So
Yeah, no, that's real too. It's a really good networking tool.
Yeah.
Like really excellent. Like anything that you can think of is somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say for me, my biggest thing was like just making an impact. Because I feel like being able to pledge, it's like it's an incentive. essentially like if you're doing good in school, get good grades, stay on top of your business. I feel like it's a reward, kind of like to yourself, And I feel like if I'm able to make it to college, even maybe it's gonna influence somebody in my family to like come to college as well and see that I'm doing this because like a lot of people in my family, they never been to college, so it's new to them and it's like kind of exciting. It's like what is this? Like now they're kind of inspired, even like my little cousins and stuff like that. So I wanted to really like make a good impact with it.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm a legacy, so I'm third generation, aka my dad's an alpha, so I grew up around Greek life. But I don't think that's why I joined here. I think like I had to come up with my own reason. I think that's why it took me so long because like this is my second semester of junior year. I could have did this sophomore year, but I really just want to. First of all, I want to make a better name for AKA on campus. I really want to change the representation that we have and make it just like, I guess, more on a professional basis. Like we can have fun and we can party and we can do all of these things, but we can also, get down to business. We can also, host events. We can also, do these like clothing drives and these food drives, and we can do these, things to help these women's shelters in the area and help the community of kids that live at the St. Anna Park projects and help them, because why are you not at school at 2:00 in the afternoon? Like, why are you not at school still, So I guess for me, that was a part of the reason. But also I did want to make some, like, I guess, friends with like-minded goals. At Allen, you can kind of get lost in like the wrong group. And I think I found myself doing that the past couple of years. And I felt kind of lonely because I had to cut everybody off because I realized like y'all not really on what I'm on. Like I'm trying to graduate and I like we don't have the same goals, unfortunately. And once you kind of get to a certain age, it's like you need friends that are motivated so that you don't fall behind and so that you don't lose your own motivation. And so I guess that's what I wanted. And I really did find that in my sisters. And yeah, that's why I joined.
Yeah, that's real. That's very real.
Yeah. Well, moving on, let's talk about this space trip, y'all, because I don't think it was real. Katy Perry, Gayle King, and some other women went to space on this little SpaceX trip-esque kind of thing with, who was it? It was Jeff Bezos who sent them to space, and apparently they literally just skimmed the surface of space and then just came right back down. So let's talk about it. Why would we send like an all-woman team to space right now? Like what would we gain from that as a country, as a society? Like what was the point?
I don't know. I could have sworn that we've been sending women to space.
Yes, Mae Jemison. She was also a soror.
Like, and I mean like real outer space, not just like the atmosphere. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I don't even, who cares about Katy Perry? I'm sorry. Like,
Clock it.
like,
Clock it.
who I can't even name a Katy Perry song. I don't think.
I can't.
But that's just me though, guys. That's just me though.
Dark Horse.
Did she made Wrecking Ball? I can't.
That
No,
was Miley
that was
Cyrus.
Whoopsie.
But no. US.
Yay.
All right, I did some research. Okay, on USA Today, she said, because I guess they asked her like, why, what was the purpose of going to space, and she was like, this is all the benefit of Earth. All right, I wanted to model courage and worthiness and fearlessness. Then she was like, it was a hard decision, but it was a big risk, but she needed to surrender to the universe.
What? That sounds absolutely
She
horrifying.
also said on ABC News that she feels super connected to love and thinks that this is an experience to show how much she has love inside of her.
Yeah, she on that crack. Yeah, she on that stuff.
No, this sounds like a weird trip.
Like literally,
Like
like
what?
it sounds like she's on
Think about
drugs.
it.
Like
Think about it.
genuinely.
62 mile, like that's
Genuinely,
scary.
She does sound like she's on drugs. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
but she also looks like it. I don't know if you guys saw how she looked in the video. She looked like an AI version of Katy Perry. Like,
Yeah.
it looks like if you had typed into Chat GPT, "Show me Katy Perry at 40 years old," that's exactly what would have popped up, was her face in that video. Like, I was genuinely so thrown off. Y'all, I really think it's just a ploy. All of these things are ploys to distract us from what's really going on right now. And it's like, let's send an all-woman team to space so that we can show that women have rights even in space.
Yeah.
But when they come back to Earth in America, they're like, oh, but you still can't have an abortion.
Yeah, it's getting
And
ridiculous.
People are still struggling to afford toilet paper and water, basic necessities. And eggs are like $5 now. What's that about?
What the?
And then Walmart is selling fake eggs.
Fake eggs.
Yeah, Easter eggs, and they're like $1.
And then
at the front of the store, and the cartons are full of fake eggs.
They said eggs
We're
and bread. They said fake eggs and
yes.
fake bread.
Everybody's just like recession core. Like, oh my gosh, this is so cutesy. Let's make a theme and like a trend out of the recession. Like, but like, what's going on for real?
This shit crazy.
Stop cussing. We'll cut that out of here.
I think it's interesting that at the same time that this private space company, Blue Origin, is doing this like basically publicity stunt, the federal government, which funds NASA, is cutting all the money, right, to everything, but also including NASA, which has traditionally been the organization that focuses on space travel. And yeah, so it's happening at the same time. So I just think that's like interesting to think about.
No, I had this weird idea, and it might not be so weird, but I'm thinking like all the billionaires, because it's like Blue Origin, and then you got SpaceX with Elon. So I'm thinking like, I think that they know that the Earth is like kind of cooked, so they're getting like ready to like explore space, because like just like any second now, they might like drill a hole, and like it's a lot of nuclear weapons and stuff. Trump is kind of crazy.
It's almost like the way that TV has already showed us the world is going to end is happening right now.
Yeah,
Like in front of the face.
like Independence Day,
Like
literally.
Katy Perry, like you're a billionaire. Well, no, you probably don't have that much. You're like a millionaire. And like, why are we sending millionaires to space? Because they can have a little space home when it goes down on Earth.
Yep. It's a test so that they can see if they can make it there
Yeah.
and back. Yeah.
They can see if they can survive out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They trying to see what space feels like.
And then the poor will be left here to die.
Pretty much.
But the crazy thing is, though, I do want to moonwalk on the moon, though.
Moonwalk on the moon?
Yes, I do.
Like Michael Jackson moonwalk?
Yes, like Michael Jackson. Full on hee ha ha.
I want to see what
Cha
Mars
cha
talking about.
slide.
I want to see what Mars talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to see if there's aliens out there, though.
Yeah.
I want to see
There
some
for
Mars
sure
rovers.
is life on other planets.
I want to see them.
There's definitely life on other planets. I just don't know that we'll ever get to see them.
Just whatever you
Unless
do, don't
become
go
a
to Venus.
billionaire. Oh, what's wrong with Venus?
Before you
moved
even
by
get to
Venus
Venus,
in
you're
my
gonna
heart.
die.
Cooked.
Okay. Well, let's not go to Venus then. I guess transitioning that conversation, because they used to say women are from Venus, or was that the opposite?
That was
You're
the
right.
thing?
Was it
Women
men
are from Venus, men are from
men
Mars.
are from Mars? Yeah, that's what they always
Oh, I
say.
thought it was
Oh,
from
really?
Jupiter.
Yeah, because to get more stupider.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
But no, but seriously though, like talking a little bit about like the whole feminist archetype thingy that Katy Perry is trying to put on, and how the reason that she went to space is to show strength and fearlessness for an all-female crew. It brings up the topic of white feminism versus black womanism,
Womanism.
black womanism. What is the difference, y'all? Like, in for real.
I don't know. They tried to disguise it with that because they put black woman up there where
King is rich too.
Yeah.
Gayle King is a white woman because she's rich.
Disguise. Disguise.
She's white woman adjacent because
Disguise.
she's rich.
Just trying to disguise.
Okay, that lady has not struggled in many years, and will never struggle again.
It is weird that Gayle King is hanging out with Katy Perry.
Like, what is this?
They trying to let's just wash it up with this. No, we can still see the mess.
Right.
No facts though. What's the difference though? I think womanism is focused more on people of color. Shall I say?
Y'all want a definition?
Yes, please.
Okay, so womanism is a term coined by Alice Walker to describe a form of feminism that centers the experiences and contributions of black women addressing both sexism and racism. And then feminism is just ideologies that advocate for equal rights.
Exactly. It's not. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Is it like a black people lives matter and white people lives matter type of thing?
I think so.
Yeah. It's that type of illusion. Like you're thinking of
all lives matter. I meant to say.
For feminism?
Yeah, like all,
It's
like
just like all
it's
women.
for everybody.
yeah, like feminism is like all lives matter.
I think for me, feminism for white women was more so about equality to men, and everything was just in relation to men. Like, there was never a thought of black women. There was never a thought of women of color when it was founded. Susan B. Anthony literally owned slaves. Like, she literally owned slaves. So it's like when you start a movement for the defense of women's rights and black women are not included in that, are you really fighting for women's rights? Does that make it a women's movement, or does it just make a white woman's movement? And that's why me personally, I'll never identify with feminism. And that's just my choice. I can't be a feminist because it was never for me, foundationally. And even back when black women were trying to march with white women in the women's suffrage movement, they were told they weren't even allowed to come. So it's like, you want to fight for these rights, but you want to exclude a certain set group. And I think that it kind of shows up today too, with like when like there was like that real woman vote for Trump or whatever. It's like, I feel like sexism towards black women demonizes us, if that makes sense. It makes us look angry. It makes us look more masculinized. It makes us look more male than female. When in turn for white women, they want to look more masculinized in a way. Does that make sense? Like, they want people to see them in a light where they are able to provide for themselves, where they are able to do these things for themselves. When black women, we've always had to do that. We've always had to provide for ourselves. We've always had to fend for ourselves because who else was going to do it?
Yeah.
So that's just where I come from with this. But
Yeah, and I think feminism traditionally, especially like first primary waves of feminism, has been criticized for like trying to replicate certain dominant structural forms of, like, for instance, patriarchy, right? Like trying to replicate patriarchy, just trying to get women to participate and have equal power in the patriarchy in a way.
Right.
Versus other forms of feminism, womanism, they're trying to like dismantle the patriarchy. Right? So I think that's often a key difference to remember, is like feminism oftentimes is like, oh, girls can be like girl bosses too. And so if you look at the Katy Perry space flight, women can be oligarchs too, right? And can be tech bro-y too. Versus other forms of feminism, womanism, and so forth, like seeing like, like all of that is like BS, and we need to like break all that down.
yeah, and also just like in general, like black women were not really fighting for specific rights to vote or to be able to buy a house. They were really just fighting for rights to be seen as human beings and not as property. And that goes for black men too. Like, there was a time where black men were very abusive. I don't know if y'all seen Color Purple, but that's how life was for a lot of black women back then. You know, we were property, and post-slavery, we were still not seen as human. Like, we didn't really get the same rights as white women until much, much later down the line. And the fact that we had to wait so long for the right to vote alone just shows how far behind we are in the advancement of ourselves. Now, granted, we do things now that are like, things are better, I guess you can say, but are they really? Because foundationally, like, the country still hates black women. Like I don't know. Like, we're still villainized. I grew up getting masculinized all the time, being dark skinned. So it's like, I think it just was really hard for me to find my general femininity as a whole, because I was just like, now I have to be so hard and defensive all the time because that's all I know. So it's like,
Do you think it might be a way to like combine like feminism and womanism in a way, or is that a thing that we're gonna have to tackle like as a whole race type of thing? If you know what I'm saying.
I think black women are too pissed off to work with white women right now. And I really don't mean that in like a mean way, but it's like, I'm kind of sick of waiting on white women to save me. I'm sick of waiting on black men to come save us. Like, it repeatedly shows itself like not to work. So it's kind of like, and I think there's a lot of things that are setting black women back a long time. Like, frankly, I really do feel the baddies and like that whole franchise is holding us back a little bit.
Zeus Network.
Zeus Network alone is just like a very
Tubi.
That's the
or now that's TV too.
That's the devil's playground.
It
though.
is.
For sure. That's the devil's playground.
Is, and it's stopping us from advancing because it's like you're perpetrating these stereotypes that all we want to do is go party and drink all day and twerk and fight, and that's the lifestyle that like everyone is kind of aiming for. And again, like, that's also kind of a sign of a recession because people are like really willing to do anything for money right now. And times are hard. I get it. But it's like, you were making these platforms to basically show black women in these settings that are not the typical average life of a black woman. Like, my average life does not consist of drinking and fighting. It's school, work, home. Like, so it's like, or most black women, it's work, home, they got kids, they have real lives outside of these shows too. Like, these women have kids, they have lives. It's just like, it's just the wrong portrayal, I guess, that nobody really wants to see. It's entertaining to an extent, but then when you really sit back and think about like what it's really portraying to like non-black people, it's like, what are we really doing? Like, why are we playing on our top right now when we know we're so much better than this?
Word.
Yeah. Maybe we should have talked about baddies because, like,
we should do that next time.
yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
We do need to
because
talk.
It's just so wicked.
It's
But you wanna know
sick.
who's probably like funding for those episodes to run? It's probably like white women though, like who probably
Seriously.
Or white men.
I mean, what I really think, so Lemuel Parker is like the head of Zeus Network. I guess you'd say he's like the CEO, I think. He's like this little skinny black guy. I can't stand him. The way that he talks to those women on the show, apparently he's very disrespectful to them off camera, extremely nasty to certain girls, makes them do things that they're not very comfortable with. I think there's going to be a whole like Hulu docu-series on this show, unpacking it in the next like 10 years. We're going to be like, oh crap, I used to watch that show. Like, I didn't know all of this was happening behind the scenes. But like, what it gives is low-key trafficking. Like, these women are coming to these trips and they're being forced to
fight,
be in these toxic environments with other women. And if you don't fight, you're boring. And if you want to get to money, you're boring. So it's like, you get kicked off if you don't swing on somebody. And it's like, is this really like the example that we want to put out there? Because now these kids are watching these shows. And these younger black girls are watching these shows. And like, even my little cousin, she just turned 13 and she's like, do you need that? And I'm like, where did you get that from? Why are you watching Now That's TV? Like, and that's like a quote from that show. And so it's like, it's just like better representation. Like, we asked for representation and this is what we get. Like, I'm talking about PBS, you know?
We're cooked.
Not Zeus. I was talking about PBS representation, you know, maybe like a little cartoon.
You know, like, what happens to like books? You know what I'm saying? Like, is anybody writing books anymore these days?
People are writing books, yeah.
Use your imagination.
I forgot about it.
No. I like Super Y.
Oh.
I really liked Super Y.
That was
Was that Super Y?
No, it was like a song on PBS. Like, that would be like on like a little.
Take a look.
See, I used to.
Reading Rainbow, right?
know that
Reading Rainbow.
Oh, I do know that. Oh, that just took me back. Wow.
Kids would never know.
I feel so old.
Kids would never know those type of feelings, especially when it comes to those old classical PBS shows like Cyberspace. You got Sid the Science Kid, Caillou,
In
Arthur.
between the lines. No.
In between.
The Bernstein Bears. I know y'all know that.
Whoa, you took me back without a lie. Yeah, I remember that.
Y'all too old. Y'all pushing like 30. Y'all pushing.
All right. Cool it for the big red dog.
Okay, you talking my language. Curious George.
Yeah.
What's the ball?
Word World.
What's the ball kid?
I love the what?
Caillou.
Martha Speaks.
I
Martha
literally just said
Speaks.
that.
I love Martha Speaks.
Like,
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I'm an English major, so like, Word Girl, like,
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
that had anything with words was just.
Does the Backyardigans count?
Yeah, somewhat.
Somewhat. I like the Backyardigans.
That's Nickelodeon, bro.
Oh, that
But if we talk Nickelodeon, Dora.
Has anybody watched Wild Kratts?
All right.
Let's come back.
But I have
and let's bring it back because we do only have a couple more minutes left to record. But yeah, so to close, I guess we can go around and just say one takeaway from any part of this conversation, something that y'all want to leave the people with. Special message from our special guest.
Yeah, people still write books, and you should read them.
True. Yeah.
Matt?
Go ahead.
No?
Any
Okay.
takeaway?
Tim has something to say. Hey, remember, be a good person in life. Don't do anything bad. Stay sitchy.
I think Blue Origin in SpaceX is absolutely horrible company, if you ask me. They're doing bad things over there, and I don't support it. So yeah.
About the Greek life, just do your research. Do your research. Do your research. Do your research. Ask questions if you have to. Yeah, just do your research. That's all I can say about that. Before you assume certain stuff.
Yeah. I guess all I have to say is stay blessed, y'all. That's all I got.
Stay safe.
Yeah. Stay safe out here. Stay aware. Stay current. Make sure, like Dr. Homer said, you're reading at least the news every day just to see what's happening in your life around you so you can be prepared. Yeah, that's all I got. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Tune in next week. We'll have some more stuff for you guys. And Trumpeter will be back. We miss you.
Shut up.
Blessings.
But Dr. Homer, you held it down.
Oh,
You
yeah.
held it down.
Yeah, Dr. Homer has held it
Did your
down.
thing.
Is
Yeah.
the Dr.
Homie.
Yes.
held it
Dr.
down.
Home Dog. Chef Homer RD, you know what I'm saying?
What? Okay. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.
There we go. Yeah.
Bring it high.
On the pod. Yeah. English 427 on the pod.
Pod.
English
Buzz on Harder Street at 5.